It's going to be awkward when you're not dancing because you're going to just be looking at your dad.
I don't know if I want that recorded of me. It's so embarrassing. Like I genuinely have no rhythm.
Okay, that's fine. Everybody's going, what is happening right now? So everybody on YouTube, this is my daughter, Maggie.
Hello.
And Maggie is a college freshman at OU, Boomer.
Oh, and they just won the big bowl thing, which was they crushed.
Yes, they just defeated Florida.
Yeah, the
It
Gators.
was a hard loss for them.
And I'll tell you, Maggie knows more about college football than most men that I know. So it's embarrassing. We're not going to bring up sports here because Maggie can outskill us all on that one. What do you say we jump into talking a little bit about creating success, the framework for success?
I like
some of the things that people need to really concentrate on. And Maggie, you can put them in their place if need be here, because you've done a great job of building success in your life, your health, your happiness, your structure, things like that. So what do you say we jump into that?
Sounds good.
All right, roll it, Mark.
Let's go.
Every day is filled with choices. You're here because you're choosing to start with a win. Get ready to be inspired, learn something new, and connect with the Win Nation.
And from the bunker here at Fort Contos, we are coming to you from Start With a Win Studios. Adam Contos, CEO of Remax here.
That's right.
Producer Mark on the other end of the video. And I have a lovely young lady sitting right next to me here.
Maggie Contos is in the house.
Whoa! We got Maggie Contos, my daughter.
CEO daughter.
There you
That's right.
there you go. So everybody's like, oh, who is that? Why is she there? Well, I wanted to talk about creating success, and Maggie has done an amazing job of doing that herself. So I want to kind of dig into that particular aspect of some of the principles behind, what you've seen me talk about, but also what you've implemented to really make a difference in your life. Does that sound cool? Mm-hmm. So Maggie, what do you, you're going to OU.
Yes.
And you're 18 years old. You're a college freshman, just finished your first semester. Now you're like actually doing classes in between semesters because you're such an overachiever. But what are you studying? What's your major?
I am majoring in psychology on a pre-law track. I have a pretty good idea of what I want to do with everything, but also I would say that I am a very indecisive person, so it would not surprise me if it changed along the way. But
so what is that target right now? What does that look like? If you said, okay, I graduate, I'm done with college tomorrow, what would you be going to do?
Oh, I tell you this every time we sit down for dinner. I want to move to New York City, and I want to go to law school.
Okay. All right. And then what after you go through law school?
After law school, it's a little, I don't know. It's a little bit of a stretch dream, but I feel like it would be super cool to be in the FBI. I watched a lot of Criminal Minds. That was sort of my go-to binge show, so I could really attribute all of my want to that. But it's a big dream.
Okay. And they go after. Yeah. Oh, it's very achievable.
Dream,
yeah.
But it's like, hey, it's like if you put your mind to something, set a goal, work backwards from it. Like, man, I don't think it's that stretch at all. I could totally see you in a suit, just breaking down some doors. Like, hey.
Right? That's the goal. That's the goal.
Yeah. You got to see her on a shooting range, Mark. It's like. She's out there with law enforcement officers because I'm still involved in law enforcement, and she's like, "Yeah, I want to go shooting with them." It's she gives them a run for their money, and she's done. You did an internship with the sheriff's office here.
I did.
That was kind of fun.
That was a really exciting experience. There was so much that I got to learn from that opportunity.
What's the weirdest thing you saw in law enforcement so far?
Well, I'm going to have to go with one of my internships was at the drug vault and they did hand me a bag to hold like a little baby, and I was cradling 3 pounds of crystal meth. So that was pretty interesting.
Wow.
Definitely something not all of my friends can say that they've done.
Oh, nice.
Seriously.
And
Hopefully none of them.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
What are the fundamentals of success from your perspective? Because, and I'm just going to leave that as an open-ended question that I'm going to throw at you, because I want to hear your perspective of how you created success. And then we'll dig into what your results have been over a year here of, you know, implementing different success principles. But I mean, what does success look like to you?
For me, I began by just realizing the little changes in my life that I wanted to make. I set my big goals, and I had smaller goals along the way that helped me attain the bigger goals. And I would say I tried to spend most of my time, whether it was at the gym, studying, or reading a book, something that would improve myself or better myself. That way, it just made me feel good about myself, and it made me feel that sense of I was being productive and I was working towards goals and building these healthy habits that I know I'm going to use for the rest of my life. It doesn't matter what you are working on specifically. You can carry those habits and those procedures that you make through everything that you do.
Hey, let's get into your daily routines, because you, I mean, I've never seen somebody, and maybe it's just because I see it every day and we live together and things like that. But the reality is you document everything you do. You plan your day, you execute your plan. Tell us about your day and your daily routine, because that's where most people in their life drop the ball. They just allow the immediate thing that flies in front of them to take over their schedule. And they're like, what, I wrote down what I was supposed to do today? I mean, even if they did do that, which most people don't. So how do you map your course and stay to that course? What are the disciplines that you find are necessary for that?
So I typically follow the same routine every day. I like to get up and I like to start my day with my workout. That way I'm energized to get anything really done that I need to get done. And then I map chunks of my day. And I know that like from 10:30 to 12:30, I'm going to be working on all of my history notes, taking the quiz after that, and then reading like however many pages I need to read from my chapter. And then let's say like that afternoon, I have A, B, and C I need to get done for this class and this. So I think I follow the same schedule in terms of when I wake up and when I get everything done, just for that sense of consistency. And then I block out the chunks of my day for the things that I have to do every single day. And then sort of just in between those times, I fill them in with other things that I want to do, like just hang out with friends, go out and do something, maybe get ahead on some homework, clean, all of those things. And I fill in those gaps. But then on a day that I'm feeling very overwhelmed and very stressed out about things that I need to be getting done, I find it very helpful to block out my day by like the hour and the minute. It's just really prioritizing your tasks.
Okay. I love that. I mean, this is really inspirational here. So, and by the way, you are an incredibly emotionally mature person. I mean, your ability to make decisions is super strong. A lot of people just kind of waffle on stuff. And I know you think through it and you have that internal conflict as well. But you look at so many people out there and they're like, I'll put it off. But I don't see you putting things off. You look to them and you go, all right, what do I need to do? And it's fascinating because, I mean, I brought it up the other day, locus of control. You know, internal and external locus of control. And for everybody that doesn't know, understand what locus of control is, it is, external locus of control is basically you allow your environment to dictate your decision. So you're like, oh, it's raining out, so I'm not going to go running. Well, wait a second. You can't give up exercise because it's raining out. It's on you to go do something. Internal locus of control is taking control of yourself and making the decision based upon your intent to do the decision as opposed to other factors that will try and prevent you from doing the decision. So, I mean, how do you look? Do you think about who's in control when you're making these decisions? 'Cause you make tons of decisions every day, especially you, when you've got a bunch of classes to go to, you have a bunch of studying to do, you have a huge friend group, you're in a sorority, and there's a lot of decisions to make. How do you factor into, or what do you think about to get to that point? I mean, you got your big goal, but we can overlook the big goal easily.
I think that it's just like the enjoyment of the small things. So I know that I would rather get everything done throughout my day, get it all out of the way, so that if I were to go out that night and go hang out with friends or do whatever it is, I cannot be stressed out about all the stuff that I have to be getting done. Because at that point, I'm not even enjoying myself. I'm just sitting there worrying and thinking about everything that I have to do. So just my prioritization and really plays a large role in my decision making, because that helps me to not stress myself out. And there were multiple times where I called you and I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. There's too much to do and not enough hours in the day. And you were always able to talk me down. And I think just having structure and priority will help you know that you are in control of everything and you can do it all without any really external conflicts. And obviously there are things that are going to get in the way, and that's just the way that life happens. But if you just are able to have those basic structures, then I think that it'll be easier in the end and it'll stress you out more. And then you can do the things that you enjoy.
I love that. And Maggie, I have a question I ask every guest that's on the show. And I think we have a pretty good idea as to what you're going to say because we've talked about it here. But, you're killing it. But you start by winning. So can you tell our listeners, how do you start your day with a win?
I think I just kind of get up and I'm like, if I live this day like it was my last day, I better live it like it is the best day. And then I think my win is just building that attitude and starting off strong.
Wow, that's one of the best answers I've ever heard, Mark.
Let's go.
All right, Maggie Contos. Everybody who is out there listening, this is what you're up against. We have an entire generation of people coming on strong like this. They don't take no for an answer. They go really hard and they're organized for success. So that's what we got. Thanks for being here, Maggie.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, and thank you guys for listening to Start With a Win. If you'd like to ask Adam a question or tell us your Start With a Win story, give us a call and leave us a message at 888-581-4430. Don't forget to go onto iTunes, subscribe, write a review, rate the show. It helps us get the word out and reach more people. And for more great content, head over to startwithawin.com. Follow Adam on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And remember, like Maggie Contos, start with a win.
Mark, are you motivated now?
Oh, so motivated. So motivated. I just, I feel so, I feel so stoked for your friends. I keep telling my kids, my oldest is 13, and I keep saying, you're the sum of the 5 people you hang out with, And so the fact that you are enriching people's lives by being their friends is like such a blessing to society. So, keep it up, stay motivated and, pursue those goals. I mean, I honestly don't think the FBI is such a stretch goal.
Well, thank you. That's encouraging to hear.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks, YouTube people. Thanks for sticking around.
Sticking around. Click that subscribe button. You get this extra content.
Like us, bell.
If you
subscribe alert.
The thumbs up thing, when you click that thumbs up button, it says, oh, I like this video. And then it allows this video to get out there more, like more people will see it. And who doesn't need to see Maggie Contos motivating us, kicking us old guys into shape? Hello.
Now you know why I have to do what I do every day.
Seriously, you got someone breathing down your neck like, hey.
If you don't watch out, I'm going to step right in front of you.
That's it. Challenge issued.
Oh, that's
And it's
awesome.
hard not to work hard when this is like your motivation and your example.
Hey, hashtag blessed.
Yes. Thank you.
You need to update your guys' lingo.
I know. Dang it. All right. YouTube. We'll see you guys. Bye.
Bye.